Welcome to A Shot of Ag. I'm your host, Rob Sharkey. Tragedies, they affect everybody. Nobody's immune, but it's what you do with that tragedy that really guides the rest of your life. Well, today we're going to talk with Stephanie and Kenny Schwengel from Shelbyville, Illinois. How you guys doing?
Good.
You
Glad
guys
to be
are
here.
the owners of No Bad Day Farms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And now, have you guys been farmers forever, or has this come later in life?
This is definitely later in life.
Yeah.
So I was a public educator for 36 years, and Stephanie's a nurse and still a nurse.
Yes.
You were a teacher?
Teacher, then a principal, then a superintendent.
What did you teach?
Sixth grade.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That is literally the worst grade I would ever want to teach.
I knew early that I wanted to get up into administration.
Yeah. Did you always know you wanted to be a teacher?
For the most part.
Yeah.
Right, first year of school, out of high school, I wanted to be in law enforcement.
Ah.
But I guess I just took a different angle, different type of law enforcement.
Cracking
Similar.
skulls the other way. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, was there like a teacher or someone that set that path?
Actually, it was my sixth grade teacher that kind of sticks in my mind that I guess led me down that direction.
Yeah. They're such little brats at that age. It's like they're almost like kind of growing up, but I mean, I don't know. And you can't hit them anymore, right?
Now you can't hit them, but you can still kind of instill a little bit of fear.
Yeah. And did you always want to be a nurse?
Not necessarily.
yeah.
No, it just sort of went that way, let's say.
Yeah. Did you go to
But-
schooling for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Where'd you go for that?
I went to Parkland there at Champaign.
Yeah.
In Champaign. Yes.
How long of drive from Peoria to Shelbyville?
2.5 hours,
At most,
probably,
Yeah.
at most.
What's Shelbyville known for?
Probably mostly the lake, the Corps Lake, Lake
Yeah.
Shelbyville.
The Core Lake?
Yeah, Corps of Engineer Lake.
Oh, they built it.
Yep.
Yes.
Is it a dam or something?
Yeah, there's a dam. It
There
was
at
built back in
Shelbyville.
the 70s, I believe,
Yeah.
early 70s.
That's all you're known for is just one big dam.
Pretty much. I think Abraham Lincoln was there once.
Yes, it was Illinois, right?
Gave
Okay.
a speech.
I guess I don't even know how to start it. You guys had suffered a horrible tragedy in your life. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
Well, our 21-year-old son was killed in a car accident. It'll be 9 years in August. And it just, upended everything. Just didn't know what to do with yourself, really. And it just worked out that we just kind of started this little farm. Christmas, which I know Christmas is really important to everybody. I mean, it's everybody's favorite time, but it was really Tucker's favorite time, and getting a Christmas tree was really special for everybody. So we decided to start selling Christmas trees, and that's kind of what we started doing to kind of work through our grieving, which led into several other things, working in the ground and just that healing process, which still goes on today, but that's how we work through it, I guess, is just grieving in the dirt, I guess.
Did you have this place beforehand?
No.
No.
You bought it after the accident?
Yes.
Okay.
Had the opportunity close to where we live, and it just kind of came about. So it seemed like it was meant to be.
Yeah, it just kind of.
Like how many years after the accident did you guys decide to start this?
Two to
We probably
three.
bought the property, it was probably 2 years after, and then we started selling Christmas trees a year after that. We're going to be on our 7th year this coming Christmas, so I guess that'd be about right.
So with buying this property and calling it No Bad Day Farms, which your son would say, right?
Yeah, it's his motto.
I mean, you knew it was going to be there, right? You're going to have to talk about it. You're going to have to talk about the reason why. Were you scared about that?
I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him probably more than me. I talk more probably. I guess it just worked out. It wasn't necessarily scared. I think we were just more needed something to do with our minds.
Yeah.
So we didn't
Occupy our time.
occupy our time and keep us busy. And he was a pretty big personality.
Yeah.
And we had, you know, I think in some ways it helped other folks too. People come out to the farm and we have a little ornament each year, and there's some that just come to get it just because it's usually the truck on our logo was the truck he drove.
Oh.
And actually before that, that's on the coffee mug is why we brought that. But we used to all pile in that to go get our Christmas tree when we would go cut down a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So then it became his truck when he was 16, and then it just kind of became our logo too. But we'll use that as a ornament or utilize the truck in some way, and people will come out just to get that. And I think it's just to continue to remember Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
So
2 other kids?
yes,
Yes.
2 daughters, Alex and Daly.
Okay. And you know, as a family decision, was everybody on board?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's a part of the farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They come up with a lot of ideas, and we do most of the work.
Yeah. Funny how that works, isn't it? It's been 3 years since we lost my son Ian in an accident too, and I just I don't know. I still struggle bringing him up. I still struggle talking about it.
Yeah.
So it's just it's curious to me. You know, you guys making this step now. You're kind of almost forcing yourself into it because why did you start this farm? What's the purpose behind it? And you are talking about it more often. Do you find that has helped?
Oh yes, I think so.
I think it helps. I don't know that it gets any easier.
Yeah, that doesn't ever go away. But you just kind of feel like there's just a little more purpose, and
We always bring up funny
Yes.
moments that we remember. Other people do the same thing, and I think that helps, but it's still hard.
yeah, you know, and being able to talk about him, you know, I think is better. As opposed to, I think sometimes folks are a little hesitant. You know, they don't necessarily want to hurt your feelings
Yeah.
or upset you, but really you want to talk about your son, or I do anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's harder.
It depends
harder
on the
for
day
you.
sometimes
The
too.
day,
Yeah.
yeah, what's going on, or if you hear a song or a moment or a smell or just anything like that, sometimes can.
He was a music lover, so your songs will come on the radio or something.
You're out there
It just
working
brings
and-
a memory, and
Yeah.
And sometimes you stop and cry in the field, and then you get back to work, and
Yeah.
but it's kind of an all day thing.
Yeah. And I don't think people know how to act.
No.
If I could make a message out to people that you don't have to say anything. Sometimes people,
Right.
you say something and you're like, that's incredibly rude.
yeah.
And don't compare. It's like, oh, I lost my grandmother 10 years ago.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
it is
Yeah.
what it is. But
Yeah. She was old.
well, that's the thing. I mean, you expect to lose your grandparents. You expect at some point you're going to lose your parents.
Yes.
And you say 50-50 chance you're going to lose a spouse, right? But you
Right.
never expect
No.
to lose your kid.
Right.
It doesn't.
So
that's not the order.
Yeah. I know you can't compare, but to me it hits different. So.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So with this farm, are you finding that there are people that are coming to it that have also suffered loss?
Yes, I think so. This last year, we actually even did like a butterfly event. It was kind of twofold. We didn't want it to seem like you were just coming out there to release a butterfly and grieve, but it was also for kids, something fun for kids to do to release a butterfly. So we kind of did a little bit of both with that.
Right.
And it was a great event. We released about 100 butterflies, and
What were they? Corn borer moths?
I can't remember what they were
please say
called.
no.
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 No, I don't remember. They weren't monarchs.
Similar to a monarch,
Yeah.
but not
Okay.
a monarch. Yeah,
I can't remember what they were called.
similar look, but not.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a lot of fun to do that. But we have a little bit of literature on grief for people, and some people were doing it in memory or honor of someone, and then there were just little kids just having a blast running
Sure,
around, and that
yeah.
was fun
Yeah.
to get to see them do that. So
With your grieving, I'm sure your farm has been part of it, has helped. I mean, has your faith been part of it?
Absolutely.
yes, yeah, I don't know where we'd be without Jesus. That's for sure. Back to that cliff we would have drove off of.
Yeah.
But we try to put a lot of Bible verses and things like that on different items that we sell. We
On our honey.
our honey, our eggs. Joy comes in the morning. On our little egg sticker. Just different little things like that. We try to do
Yeah.
and add to it.
Well, let's talk about your farm. So you decided to start it, and was it just going to be Christmas trees to begin with?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're bringing them in from somewhere else,
Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah.
because they
Yes.
can do it. They can
Yes.
grow
Right,
trees.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have
Lots
the
of
soil
trees.
for people love the Fraser firs, and where we live, we don't have the proper soil to grow a Fraser fir.
Or
No.
climate. But
Corn, soybeans, yes.
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 Christmas trees, maybe
Not
not
so
so
much.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then did that evolve from there to raising other things?
Yes, we were very energetic in the beginning with vegetables, and we still do grow vegetables. We have a spring day where we sell a lot of starts with seed that we've grown, and then have our
Like
vegetables.
tomato plants, stuff like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Peppers, cucumbers,
Okay.
things like that.
then we have our fall day where we grow pumpkins and mums, and then we have some local vendors come out and food truck and have an event one day in the fall.
Kind of
Okay.
like a
Are you open
celebration.
every day?
No,
Yeah.
no, just special events, or if somebody calls, and we have something available, whether it's eggs or who knows what.
Oh, y'all have chickens?
Yes.
We do.
Okay. On purpose?
And 5 Babydoll sheep.
Right.
Oh. Can you eat those?
I hope not.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
They're more like pets. They don't really serve a purpose.
No, they're just for the children, when the children come out, so.
Yeah.
it's-
They're little, aren't they?
Smaller stature, yeah.
Do you
Yes.
shrone them? Or whatever, they take the wool off?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do
Yes.
you use the wool?
We've started this year putting it in the bottom of our trays. It just kind of helps hold moisture
Yeah.
for the plants. So
Oh,
we're trying to
okay.
find a way to implement
Yeah.
using it. Otherwise, it just goes in the compost.
Yeah. And just so you know, I mean, technically you can't eat them.
Yes, yes, I just don't want to.
Fair enough.
They're pretty cute.
Not even in stew.
No.
With this property, you seem like you are trying to make the most of it. Tell me about the Airbnb.
This was another of her ideas
That you did.
that we had to follow through on, but it's kind of been researched for a couple of years, and we finally just decided to do it. And it's a 21-foot grain bin we had constructed on the property. And
Oh, it wasn't there already.
no,
Never held grain.
no.
All right, let me interrupt you because I'm curious. Was it deconstructed and then constructed, or was it all lifted in one piece?
It was brand new, so it came in pieces.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha.
We
New
looked
one.
we considered a used grain bin.
Yeah.
I got a little bit concerned about making sure it was tight, watertight and so forth.
Gotcha.
And by the time it was going to take to pick one up and move it.
Airbnb, people expect it to leak.
Yeah, well, that's good. No. But so it's a 21-foot grain bin, and it's completely finished. It's got a loft with a king-size bed, kind of a spiral stairway on the inside going up the side of the grain bin. It's got a kitchenette and a full bathroom.
Oh, it does, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we opened up the 1st of May, and it's been busy about every weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Booked a. Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Were you expecting that?
no.
Yeah.
No, we really weren't.
We
But-
thought being a unique, opportunity like that we'd get a number of people,
Yeah.
but we just didn't think it would be as busy so soon.
It's amazing. You interview people that have Airbnbs, Verbos, all that, and it's like sheds they have out on their farm that don't even have water, plumbing,
No.
and that, and people still
They still
want to
have-
stay there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cracks me up.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I mean, are you going to have a whole fleet of bins?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't know if we'll do that, but we do go down the road and go, oh, look, there's a condominium. Oh, look.
Well, look, if you're booking out one, you might as well have 4.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have your own little grain elevator.
Sounds like we may have an investor here.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we need.
And you got bees going now too.
Yes.
Yep. We
Yeah.
have three hives of bees.
They sting.
Yes, they do.
We've found we are allergic. We have an EpiPen.
Yeah, we don't go too far without the EpiPen just in case.
Yeah.
Generally, when I interview people that have bees, they're like, "Oh yeah, you get stung, but it's no big deal." Not you two.
No.
They're like, no,
No.
it's gonna kill us someday.
Probably be in our best interest to maybe get away from that and just buy honey at the store, but where's the fun in that?
Do you enjoy it, the bees?
Most
For the most part,
Yeah, most of the time.
When you're not getting
We're
stung?
not
That's
getting
right.
stung.
That's right. Yeah.
Is there a market for the local honey?
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, we
Really?
always run out.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
Well, you need more
can't-
bees.
Probably, but it's the stinging part.
Yeah.
We
You know
will-
how many bees you could fit in a grain bin? My gosh.
Probably
You'd have enough
several.
honey then.
Yes.
Yes.
Not enough EpiPens though.
So if you could do like a stereotypical customer of yours, who would that be?
Oh, probably just someone from town. I mean, we get all.
We get all ages.
We've got this-
We have a group of young girls probably in their mid to late 20s that come to every event we have, and they come as a group.
Oh, really?
And they
Yeah.
come and they'll stay for an hour just walking around the farm, looking at the animals and
Yeah.
looking at the flowers and enjoying the event. And then we get, older people,
Yeah.
that elderly type people that'll walk around and want to see what they can see. And it's just a peaceful place that I think almost everybody enjoys coming out to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Christmas dinner.
Well, because of our situation, Christmas just really wasn't the same anymore, of course. And so we just decided, well, if it's going to be different, then let's just make it different. Maybe somebody else feels the same way as we do. You don't necessarily getting together with family the same way, It's not the same for us.
Sure.
And which I'm sure you understand that. And so we just decided we'd have a dinner, and anybody is welcome to come. You don't have to necessarily lost someone. We just say someone missing from your table.
Mm-hmm.
So whether maybe someone's in the military, or for some reason you're just alone. Anybody is welcome to.
And there's no expectation, just come and have a meal.
Just come and eat.
Nobody has to talk. There's no program or anything like that. Just come and eat and leave if that's what you'd like to do.
And or
says-
stay and linger a little bit. That's fine too. So
Says here you guys have lamb chops?
no,
No?
it's
Not
generally
yet.
pretty traditional.
What do you have?
Usually the turkey and dressing, or I think ham.
Ham, yeah.
Okay.
No lamb,
Just for Christmas? Do you do Thanksgiving too?
just Christmas.
Okay. All right.
Thanksgiving, we're trying to get ready for Christmas trees.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably your
We barely have
slam.
time to eat
Yeah.
turkey.
So you guys have ordered out pizza for
Right.
Thanksgiving. Your two daughters, you joke about them having the ideas, but they're helping out too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, one kind of specializes in social media. The other one kind of specializes in making signs and so forth. But
Yeah.
they all contribute, and their husbands, our son-in-laws, they contribute.
Oh,
And,
do you like them?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I get
No,
it.
They're all right.
Yeah.
They're pretty handy to
Yeah,
have
they're
around.
good.
And then the grandkids, the oldest one's 5. Well, we have a granddaughter that's
6.
Yeah, he
He
turned
just
6.
he just turned 6.
You better get those right.
Yes.
Yeah, don't ask me the birthdays. But they're not quite, they're about weed pulling height, but they're not quite there yet.
Oh, you just need to crack the whip more.
That's right.
Yeah.
One of these days, we're going to have a lot of help.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now your daughters, do they find it therapeutic? Does it help them?
I think so, especially in the beginning. I think it was just being able to put your mind at work. You know, it's just kind of keeping your mind busy and wrapping it around something else, and how can we do this or that?
It was probably more enjoyable before they started having kids.
Yeah, when they started having children and
Yeah, and it was kinda
trying to
hard
figure out who was going to watch them while they were helping us. We tease a little bit because we've got one daughter. We always call her the indoor girl, and we have an outdoor girl.
Oh, we're putting labels.
Yes. The one generally is on the inside of, we have a little barn where you would pay for things, and she always manages that area, and the other girl doesn't want anything to do with that, and she'll
Anything
happily
outdoors.
haul your tree to your car for you, so they're just two different girls, but they bring two different perspectives and help to the farm.
What is the tree of choice?
I would say a Fraser.
Yeah, the Fraser fir.
Yes.
That's the shorter
Needles.
sticky needles.
They
not
retain their needles longer and
They're
beautiful
not
shape.
prickly though. Like a Scotch is
Oh.
a shorter. Those hurt.
What's the ones with the long needles?
The white pine.
Those are white pine.
Yeah.
And there are
okay.
some folks that really like those too.
Yeah. My wife, about 6-7 years ago, we'd had a rash of the trees falling over. Now, I blame her for that, for the tree she's picking out. She was blaming me because I'm the one that set the tree in this stupid stand, but she gave up. So it's the artificial.
Well, we have the stand for you. So ours have a post in the bottom of it, and we drill the bottom of every tree, and it fits right on that post, and it's straight and never falls over.
Okay, maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. An artificial tree, I had no idea how much they cost.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, go, yeah, buy one, buy your plastic tree. And she comes home. I didn't realize we had to take out a loan for it.
They are expensive.
So that thing's going to get put up until I'm gone, and then my grandkids can go buy a tree from your place. But,
Okay.
yeah, I can't help you. I'm not going to be a customer.
Many of
here.
our customers have multiple trees.
They've got more Christmas spirit than I do.
There are folks that put a tree in about every room.
Well, I mean, it's got to be somewhat fun because everybody's in a good mood when they're going to get a
Yes.
tree. Everybody's in that Christmas spirit right after Thanksgiving, and all right, now we're going to do it. That's got to be a fun feeling.
That's probably one of
It
the
is.
beautiful things about it is everybody's happy. Everybody's always in a good mood. I think in the 6 years that we've done it, only one time did we have somebody that was upset that said we didn't have anything for them. But other than that, everybody's always happy.
Do you tell them to go pound sand? Say, what are you talking? Didn't have anything for
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Who goes to a Christmas tree farm and complains?
Yeah,
Right.
just one
Right.
grouchy old guy.
What's his name?
We never had seen him before, so anyway, I guess
You
you
get
just
his license plate?
just pray for him. For whatever reason they were grouchy.
And the spring day, what is that?
That's the day we had that May 10th this year, where we just sell all those starts,
Yeah.
the tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers
Gotcha.
and
And what
all
were you
that.
saying before, the hippie thing you were doing?
Oh,
microgreens.
yes.
The microgreens?
We're doing microgreens because you don't have to weed those or bend over, and you can do them indoors. It's not as hot or difficult.
Is that like the sprouts and that?
It's like
Yes.
sprouts. Yeah, it's a I don't know, a healthier version, I
Yeah,
guess. It's
they're very nutritious,
more dense
actually.
nutritionally. Put them on a salad, put them on a sandwich.
Yes.
I'll stick to bacon.
And well, they would be good on a bacon and a
Bacon and a lamb chop
avocado
and
microgreen
bacon lamb
sandwich.
chop sandwich. Boy, that sounds
That's
fantastic
some
right now.
microgreens.
Well, I want to commend you guys for taking something that most people don't get over and turning it into something positive. I think it's important for both of you, but obviously your two daughters as well. So I'm glad that they're involved in that. If people want to find out more about your farm, where would they go?
It's on, well, we have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page. It's nobaddaysfarm.com. And that's probably the easiest way to track us down.
Yeah. Okay, no TikTok?
No TikTok.
We haven't done TikTok.
Don't you have the daughter with the social media?
Well,
You could be dancing around a tree and a...
we'll work on that.
Okay, all right, get back to me.
Yeah.
Stephanie and Kenny Schwengel from Shelbyville, No Bad Days Farm. Again, thank you guys for being a good example of overcoming tragedies. I can't tell you how many people we've interviewed that didn't. And congratulate, I mean, it's an unfortunate fact, you know, the loss of a child a lot of times is the end of a marriage too. So I want to congratulate you guys for navigating that as well too. You obviously love each other, love your family, and that's what it's all about. So thank you for all that you bring to the community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody else, we'll catch you next time. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to explore more of our local content. You can connect with us on our social media platforms, visit our website, or download and watch the free PBS app. We can't wait to see you next time on A Shot of Ag.